another episode of Builds by Bailey. Today we're going to do a little bit of cleaning in the garage and then work on some projects. We're actually going to touch the Corolla for the first time in a little while. So as you can tell in the background, the Lexus is still here. I have to finish up the rear lip on that, so just went and picked up some fiberglass. While I'm doing that, we're actually going to start fiberglassing the dash in the Corolla. So we're going to take the dash out of the Corolla and do some work on that. So follow along. So as you can tell, there's a lot of stuff sitting on top of the Corolla, so we're going to go ahead and clean that off real quick. And well, look at that, it's all clean. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to start removing the dash out of the Corolla. First things first, we're going to take the steering wheel out of the Corolla. And to do that, you got to take the nut out of the center of the steering wheel, and then we're going to rock it back and forth until we get it off. Now I've already had this one off in the past to try and test fit my quick release that I have for it, but it's been a few years, so we'll see how hard it is to take it off. So we're going to go ahead, found out that this is a 19mm, so I've got a 19mm socket. Pretty good size extension, you don't need one this long, but it was the first one I grabbed. And your 3/8 drive ratchet. Put that on there. Make sure the steering wheel is steady and break the nut loose. Now it's a good idea not to take it all the way off of there, so that way when you're battling back and forth on the steering wheel that you don't take it off and smack yourself in the face. It would be really funny, but it'd probably hurt. So be careful and go ahead and take that off. It's also a good thing too to make sure that the steering wheel's straight if you're changing the steering wheel out. Today we're just going to take it off. So once again, I'm going to leave it straight. I'm going to take it off so we can get the dash out of it, and then we will put it back in place so we can move the car around while we have the dash out. So that's pretty loose. I don't want to take it all the way off, and then rack back and forth on it until we break it loose. There we go. Not too terribly difficult. Don't be afraid to give it some effort. Take that off. That is straight. Put the nut back on so you don't damage those threads. And now we can start taking the dash off. I do already have everything underneath is already taken out of it. So I just have to clean the top off real quick, and then we'll get into actually unbolting the dash. Next up, we're going to take off the dash trim panel that goes around. And it's just held on with a few screws up underneath. I've already taken those off, so we're going to go ahead and take out that trim panel. This car is really old, so be careful when you take it out that you don't break any of it. If you plan on reusing it, which I do. Kind of want to keep as much of it preserved as possible. Okay, the next thing is we're going to hunt for all of the nuts and bolts that actually hold the dash in place. There may be some on top, there may be some on the bottom. I'm not really sure, but I'm going to hunt around and find all of those, and then we'll get that loose and we'll take it out. Okay, I discovered that you need to take the dash pad off in order to get down into where some of the bolts are at, and also to get the rest of the little control units and stuff out from underneath it. So I've got that all loose, so let's take that out. This is the part that I'm going to be fiberglassing anyways. So, as you can tell, it's got quite a few big cracks and stuff in it. I quite honestly don't know if I'll take the rest of it out, but yeah, I'll probably do that. Just so everything flows and fits right. So now that that's out, I can see that there's some bolts and stuff on top that hold this frame in place. So I'll go ahead and I'll zip those out real quick, and then we'll get ready to take the rest of the dash up out of it. Okay, well, I got the dash pad out and I've got the actual dash itself out now. Now I'm going to go through on the dash itself and get rid of all of this AC stuff and useless wires. I'm going to buy like one of those painless wiring kits to do my turn signals and brake lights and all that stuff, and try to reuse the factory switches that the car has. But that's down the road a little bit. In the meantime, I'm just going to try and clean all this stuff up so I can fiberglass over what I'm not going to use and make a smooth, clean dash that's not too terribly heavy to go back into the car. I also have all of that wiring that you see up in there. I have all of that stuff I need to take out too, because like I said, I'm not going to be running the chassis harness on this car. Basically, it's going to be its own thing. You know, like one-off race car kind of thing. So I don't need any of the factory wiring whatsoever. If anything, it just adds weight. So I'm going to take all of that stuff out underneath the dash or along the dash and stuff. The couple of plastics that you couldn't get out until after you took the dash out, I got to take those out too. I am going to leave the piece around the steering wheel cover there, just because it looks better. I probably will take it out and clean it up. That piece is very brittle, so I may try to find another one. But now I'm going to go ahead and stick the steering wheel back on it, and so that way I can move it around if need be. And that'll pretty much be the end of this video. Make sure you put it back where you took it off. If not, you'll be very confused when you go start moving it. That's why you kind of center it up a little bit. Now I'm not going to go crazy and actually torque this down. I just don't want it to fall off. So finger tight is all that you need. Thanks for watching another episode of Builds by Bailey. I hope you enjoyed me taking the dash out of the Corolla. Next episode, we'll probably fill in all of those bad cracks and stuff in the dash cover, the dash pad. So we'll get all that stuff fixed and smoothed out and get it ready for its first layer of fiberglass. Once again, remember, I'll be doing more fiberglass work on the rear lip on the Lexus as well. So we're going to be doing all that at the same time, so you'll be able to see exactly how fiberglass and stuff works. I did start a video quite a few weeks ago on how to do all that cut up stuff and make that one fit. I don't know if I'll finish it or not, just because it's so in detail it'd be like a 2-hour long video. So I'll probably do just a quick thing and split it up a few times and work on the Corolla at the same time. So forget that I even mentioned that one. It's not probably going to happen. But once again, thanks for watching. Don't forget to share with your friends, like, and subscribe. And yeah, that'll be about it. Thank you.